Yes, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Here I will presentation about Bahasa Inggris Matematika. Yes, before I'm presentation, let me introduce myself first. And my name is Durrotul Wafa. My ID student number is 22101182200022, and I am from Group 5. And here I will explain about trigonometry, about vocabulary, video, and chapter 4, example 10, 11, and 12. Yes, at the first, I will explain about vocabulary. Yes, uh, this is a classification by side length. Yes, the first is equilateral triangle, which means segitiga sama sisi. An equilateral triangle is a triangle that has all its sides equal in length. Also, the three angles of the equilateral triangle are congruent and equal to 60 degrees. The next is isosceles triangle, which means segitiga sama kaki. An isosceles triangle, a triangle is one that has two sides that are the same length. The next is cone triangle, which means segitiga sembarang. A triangle whose all sides are unequal and all angles have different measures. Yes, the next is acute triangle, which means segitiga lanjut. An acute triangle is a triangle that has three acute angles, meaning that the angles are less than 90 degrees. The next is right triangle, which means segitiga siku-siku. A right triangle is a triangle in which one of the angles is a right angle. Yes, the next is obtuse triangle, which means segitiga tumpul. An obtuse triangle is a triangle that has one obtuse angle in the sense that the angles is more than 90 degrees and has two acute angles. The next is similar, which means sebangun. When two or more objects or figures appear the same or equal due to their shape, this property is known as a similarity or similar figures. When we magnify or demagnify these figures, they always superimpose each other. In geometry, when two shapes such as triangles, polygons, quadrilateral, etc., have the same dimension or common ratio, but size or length is different, they are considered similar figures. Yes, the next is acute angle, which means sudut lancip. An angle that measures greater than 0 degrees and less than 90 degrees is called an acute angle. Yes, the next is right angle, which means sudut siku-siku. An angle which is equal to 90 degrees, 1/4 of a full revolution, also equal to p per 2 radians. Example, all the angles below are right angles. And the last is obtuse angle, which means sudut tumpul. An obtuse angle is a type of angle that is always larger than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. In other words, it lies between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. Yes, the next I will explain about video. This is a video from basic trigonometry. Trigonometry, the trig means a triangle and the metry means measure. And this is a triangle, this is a hypotenuse, this is the height, and this is the base. And right angle is 90 degrees. And we can use Pythagorean theorem, a squared addition b squared equals c squared, because the height is 3 squared plus 4 squared equal 5 squared. And current function of trigonometry in and sine is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Is so. And cosine is adjacent side divided by hypotenuse is And tangent is opposite side divided by adjacent side. And this is triangle. This is opposite side, adjacent side in and hypotenuse. Because this is the angle is theta, and this is the opposite side. And then this is because this is angle and this is opposite side, this adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Yes. Trigonometry example: sine is opposite side from theta divided by hypotenuse is because theta is this, and opposite side from theta is 3 and hypotenuse is 5, equal 3 divided by 5, and cosine is adjacent side from theta and divided by hypotenuse is 4, hypotenuse is 5. The next is tangent, opposite side from theta divided by adjacent side from theta. Opposite side is 3 and divided by adjacent side from theta is 4. And then this angle is beta, this, and sine is opposite side from beta divided by hypotenuse is 4 divided by 5. And cosine is adjacent side from beta divided by hypotenuse. Adjacent side from beta is 3, hypotenuse is 5, equal 3 divided by 5. And tangent is opposite side from beta divided by adjacent side from beta is 4 divided by 3. Yes, the next I will explain about chapter 4, example 10, 11, and 12. Yes, the first I will explain about example 10 and the question. The warning on the side of a 25 feet ladder says that the angle it makes with the ground should be smaller than 40 degrees before it becomes unsafe. To the nearest foot, what is the height along a wall that this ladder makes at such an angle? And the solution, the diagram for the problem presents us with a right triangle. This is the illustration for the example or the question, and the side of the building is the side opposite the angle we are using. Yes, therefore we need to use the sine ratio, and the verbal model is sine of 40 degrees equal the height along wall divided by the length of ladder, and let h with the height of the wall, and sine 40 degrees equal h divided by 12 divided by 25, and sine 40 degrees is 0.6428 equal h divided by 25, and h equal 25 times 0.6428, and h is 16.07, and because we can run down, and the answer is 16 feet. So the nearest boat a ladder it will reach a height of 16 feet. Yes, next I will explain about example 11 and the question. From a point 150 feet from the center of the base of a hill, the angle of elevation to the top of the hill is 28 degrees. From the point towards purple to the top and to the nearest foot, how high is the hill and how long is the tram's cable? And the solution, the diagram for the problem presents us with a right triangle. And this is the illustration from the question. And this is the height, cable, and A, B, C triangle. Yes. And first, the angle of elevation, angle that the tram cable makes with the ground. And the next, the height of the hill is measured as the perpendicular axis from its top to the center of its base. And from the illustration, we have first tangent 28 degrees equal BC divided by AC and equal H divided by 200 and H equal to 200 times tangent 28 degrees and H equal 200 times 0.5317 equal 106.34 equal 106 feet because it is the rundown. Yes, the next we can use the cosine ratio signs. It is the one that involves the adjacent side and the hypotenuse. Letting C be the length of the cable, we have cosine 28 degrees equal AB divided by AC equal 200 divided by C and C equal 200 divided by cosine 28 degrees equal 200 divided by cosine 28 degrees is 0.88128829 equal 227 feet. Very smooth. And the next, we can use the Pythagorean theorem to find the hypotenuse of the triangle. And we have AC and we found BC. And C squared equal to 200 squared addition 106.34 squared equal 40,000 the addition 11,308.20 equal 51,308.20 and C is square root of this and equal 226.51 feet. Yes, because the run up equal 227 feet to the nearest foot. Yes, and last, I will explain about example 12 and the question. An observer from the top of a lighthouse that is 30 feet tall and stands on a cliff 80 feet above sea level notices a boat offshore. Boats must be warned if they come too close to the cliff because of the rocks below the waterline, and if the observer notes that the angle of depression is 50 degrees, how far from the cliff is the boat? In the solution, the diagram for the problem present us with a right triangle. This is a triangle, and this is the boat, and is height and this is the diagram for the question. And from the question we know first height includes the cliff is 80 times 40 equal 120 feet, and the next the angle within the triangle is 40 degrees. And the height of the cliff is the adjacent side of the angle, and the distance between the both of the cliff is its opposite side, and we showed us the tangent ratio. And let D be the distance, and we have tangent 40 degrees equal D divided by 120, and D equal 120 times tangent 40 and equal 120 times tangent 40 is 0.8391 equal 100.7. Because this is the run up, we can find the answer is 101. Yes, thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.